we didn't address the Micah Parsons trade because this podcast was recorded before that actually happened. So I wanted you guys to get my reaction because what are the Dallas Cowboys thinking, man? What are we thinking? I don't know why we made this trade. The Packers, they give up a 2026, a 2027 first round pick, and Pro Bowl defensive tackle Kenny Clark. And the Cowboys give up Micah Parsons. So, those first round picks, look, I know it looks appealing, but like the Packers are always good. The Packers are never bad. That pick will never even reach a top 10 level. Ever. And then Jerry Jones, man. I can't do it with this guy anymore. He has the audacity to say that this makes us a better team. This gives us a better chance to win a Super Bowl. We can use those draft picks to go get a Pro Bowler. Who are you going to go get? Who are you going to go get? Name one Pro Bowler at Micah Parsons' level that is going to be an impact player for this team that you can actually trade for right now. Off the top of my head, I can't really name a whole lot. I can't name any that are actually wanting out of their current situation to go to the Cowboys, man. What are we doing? I don't get it. And the thing that's wild to me is that Micah really wanted to leave because the Cowboys offered him a 5-year, $202.5 million contract, which would have made him still the highest paid non-QB in NFL history. But then the Packers, they decided to up it, man. They gave him a 4-year, $188 million deal. That makes him the highest paid non-quarterback by a mile. $6 million salary to be exact. Micah Parsons is getting more. He's getting $6 million more than TJ Watt. And he's also, in one contract, going to be making more money than Larry Fitzgerald did his entire playing days. Larry Fitzgerald made $182 million his entire career. Micah Parsons, he's making that in 4 years. To be exact, he's making $6 million more in 4 years. I mean, the Cowboys players wanted him there in Dallas. They wanted him there. The man grew up as an Eagles fan in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. He didn't grow up as an Eagles fan. He grew up in Eagles country as a Cowboys fan. He wanted to be there. He said in December he wanted to be there for life. But after this whole thing, I think this was a decision Micah Parsons, wanted to happen because, when he requested a trade, everyone thought, oh, no, that's not real. The Cowboys are really going to sign him, which I thought we would actually get a deal done. I genuinely didn't think we'd be in this position. But he actually requested a trade, and his trade request is granted. So, I think he was done playing games with Jerry Jones. I said this 2 years ago, before the Cowboys even signed Dak and even signed CeeDee Lamb. The Cowboys have an option here. They can pay 2 of those 3 guys. And they already decided to pay Dak. They made him the highest paid player in NFL history. And then they paid CeeDee Lamb. So you already made your decision ahead of time. I think I knew deep down that the Cowboys would be strapped with cash. They wouldn't be able to make this team better if they paid Micah Parsons. So maybe that's the way he was going. But the thing that confuses me is the Cowboys were just opening up to trading him not even that long ago. I think yesterday an article came out before the Cowboys even traded Parsons. Yep, the Cowboys are open to trading him. but there's no way that the Cowboys could have gotten a better offer? I'm just saying, there were teams saying they would trade 4 first-round picks. If you had Micah Parsons on the trade block for a longer period of time, you could have gotten a lot more for him. That is something that I just don't understand what Jerry Jones' decision-making is. And he says, we want to stop the run, which Micah Parsons, I will say he can do a lot. But the one thing he can't really do is stop the run. And the Cowboys get a defensive tackle. They get 2 first-round picks. I don't know. On the surface, it's not a terrible trade, but it's Micah Parsons. You can't make it work. You can't make it work somehow. Somehow. And he wanted to be there. And apparently Micah Parsons came to Jerry Jones right before they traded him. Wanted to negotiate a deal. But then Jerry said, yeah, if you want to leave, leave. That's wild, dude. It kind of seemed like Jerry kind of burned bridges here. Because now he's going to have to negotiate with the same agent that Micah Parsons has for George Pickens. Because George Pickens and Micah Parsons have the exact same agent. So if George Pickens, if he has a breakout season, expect this thing to go ahead and turn out to be the same exact thing. But the difference is George Pickens isn't strapped. He wasn't signed to the Cowboys. He's going to be a free agent after this year. So he can just leave. He didn't have to play Jerry's games. He didn't have to play them. I think this is I honestly am not really happy what we're doing. But if you look at it, I think this prepares the Cowboys for the future. And I've been saying this for a long time. This Cowboys team has been, fighting just to be able to compete. But the thing I don't like that they traded him to the Packers. Out of any team, you trade him there. The last time the Cowboys played the Packers, we got Heine smacked. We lost so badly that Jerry Jones said that it was the worst Cowboys loss he's ever experienced. And then you trade him to that team? I don't get that. I don't get why you would put him on the Packers. But we recorded this podcast before the Parsons trade, and I was saying the Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl. But I think the Packers are going to win the Super Bowl now. They should be the favorites. You got Micah Parsons, you got Rashawn Gary, Edric Cooper, Quay Walker, Keyshawn Dixon, Xavier McKinney. Do I need to keep naming? You've got Jordan Love, Josh Jacobs. You drafted Matthew Golden out of Texas. Oh my goodness. This Packers team is good. This is a good team. And I was already saying this before they traded for Micah Parsons. I was already thinking man, could the Packers really win the Super Bowl? Could they really do it? And then they get Micah. I'm yeah, absolutely they can do that. Absolutely. That is not a far-fetched statement, personally. Look, I don't like the Packers. The catch in 2014, Dez caught it. 2016, Aaron Rodgers sideline pass, ridiculous. 2023, the Packers just stomp on us as a 7th seed. Win the first playoff game ever as a 7th seed. No team has ever won a playoff game as a 7th seed until that game. I'm not looking forward to this Eagles game, man. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not looking forward to it. This is going to be bad. I was saying in this podcast before the Cowboys even traded Micah that this Eagles game is going to be a massacre. You'll hear me talk about it. But this is nuts. Nuts! What are we doing in Dallas? What is Dallas on? They trade Luka Doncic and then they trade Micah Parsons. Holy moly. Luckily, I'm not a Dallas Mavericks fan, but I'm a Cowboys fan. And there's not, I don't even know how you can be a fan of this team anymore. I'm genuinely sitting here as a fan. I've been a fan of this team since I've been born. I'm 23 years old today. I have never seen an NFC championship. I have never seen a Super Bowl appearance. I have never seen any of that. Any of that. It's sad. It's sad. Something's got to change. You got to give the Cowboys fans some kind of hope, because the hope is not with Dak Prescott. It's just not. Like when Jerry was asked this question in a press conference yesterday, they did. It was like, well, how should other Cowboys players feel when they won an extension, but then Micah Parsons couldn't even get one? And Jerry Jones, well, you should go ask Dak. First of all, you shouldn't even ever given Dak that money. It made no sense. Made no sense. What has he shown you? I don't know. Our defense is going to suffer. We'll see what this defensive tackle can do with our run game on defense. I hope that helps. I hope Jerry's cooking here. I really do. But I'm not hopeful for Jerry Jones. I'm not hopeful for him. He hasn't done anything in 30 years. He burns bridges. That's what he does. That's what I think he did with this one. But, I mean, I'm happy for Micah, obviously. Like, he got his money. He got what he wanted. He's going to a team that he can still win a Super Bowl with. Better chance to win a Super Bowl with, actually, because he wouldn't have had as high of a chance to win a Super Bowl with the Cowboys than he does with the Packers. And that's just a fact. But, man, I'm not too happy about it. But I kind of want to see how this trade plays out for Dallas, because, I mean, who knows if the Packers live up to the hype. I mean, they've got everything they need. They're the youngest team in the NFL. They can be a certified Super Bowl contender for the next 4 years, because that team's really young. They have a lot of guys still under contract. I mean, you got Micah Parsons under contract now. You just signed Jordan Love a couple years ago, and then you just signed Josh Jacobs last year. It's like 3 key players to this team you've already got signed for a couple years down the road. So, like, if the Packers don't get it done this year, they're going to be cooking with gas in the next couple years.